This is a chapter from the Spiritual Intelligence Handbook on dependency and codependency. Dependency and codependency are irrational thinking, and a formula goes with it, and that is that E equals F, believing that the event creates the feeling, and it will always lead to being a victim of dependency or codependency. And so there's an irrational thinking that goes on that we can perhaps hear ourselves say it. What happens to me determines who I am. And you don't make me happy. That's a good dependent one attack on a codependent. How can I be happy unless I can make you happy? Is the codependent's response. It's all your fault. You make me angry, the dependent says. And the codependent says, I feel so guilty when I make you angry. And then no matter what you do to me, I'll always love and stay with you, and I will fix you. Here's a diagram that shows this relationship going on. The dependent depends on the partner's actions to make them feel either good or bad. And so the dependent is hit by the codependent and says, because you did this, I feel hurt, and you made me angry. And codependent feels so guilty, and dependent says, it's all your fault. The dependent blames the other for making them feel hurt and angry. And the codependent says, I feel so guilty, and I am so sorry that I hurt you. Dependents depend on codependent's actions to determine who they are. My partner makes me feel hurt and angry because they are always letting me down. Well, why do you stay with them? I can't get anyone else to put up with me. Sounds like you can't put up with yourself. Dependents need codependents to enable them. You're the Reb. It's your job to make me happy. It's your job to make you happy. What good are you? I'll find me another Reb. Well, that would make two of you unhappy. The relationship between the codependent and dependent. The codependent believes their actions will cause the partner to feel good or bad. Because I did this, I made you feel hurt. And you're angry with me because I did this. I feel so guilty. The codependent feels guilty because they blame themselves for others' feelings. It's all my fault. Thoughts, not events, create feelings. My partner loves me because I always give them all that they want. What happens if you don't give them what they want? Oh, they get angry and abusive because I make them mad. What do you call that? I call it true love. What do you call it? Codependency. Codependents think that events create their feelings. They left me because they said I did not make them happy. Their unhappiness is their choice, not your fault. I'm so unhappy, I'll do anything to get them back. Don't worry. With that attitude, they'll be back real soon. Codependents enable dependents to increase their dependency. My partner is a user. What are you going to do about that? Nothing. I love them too much to interfere. It sounds as if you're not the only one they love. At least it's not another person. It might as well be. Codependents think obedience is love. I always do what my partner wants me to do. And what is that? Because it makes them happy. Does it make you happy? Only if they're happy. Codependents believe they are to blame for the other's anger because the other said so. I was told that it's my fault I make my boyfriend angry. Do you think you do because he tells you that you do? I think what he thinks. Don't believe everything you think. Codependents look outside themselves to find happiness, love, and peace. I give myself until there's no self left. Why do you give others so much of yourself? It's the only way I can find happiness. Stop searching. Happiness is right next to you. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. My partner wants to come back to me. Do you want to get back with him? Maybe not, but I don't want to lose him. Do the math. When we are out of the presence, our thoughts, not the events, create our feelings. When we're in the presence, the feeling of the presence creates our thoughts. How do I change from being a codependent? Start thinking rationally. Thoughts, not events, create feelings. What then? Get up and in by consciously feeling your inner presence. Why can't we just go to up and in? You have to get rational before you can get conscious. Consciously wonder, what difference does an up and in make in your life? Feeling plus thought equals event. Inner feelings of the presence create our thoughts in the event. Oops, sorry. Because you did this, you hurt me. You made me angry. It's all your fault. This is called down and out. Up and in is when we get in the presence. I'm sorry that you think that way. Codependent no more.